up in the chat talking and everything like that, how I'm not going to step up and go ahead and open up the floodgates. My job is to open the door so everybody else can do what they got to do. It's Purple Sunday, y'all. What's going on? How y'all doing this morning? I'm having a fantastic day. Had a great evening. Casey popped over. We had a great tasting. Chilled with DJ Don Dada. Even after a rainy day, the sun came out. Let's keep on moving, y'all. That's what we're here for. Want to give a big shout out to my boy Casey. Like I said, Casey and Liberty, Liberty and Casey. We got Mark Dorfman up in the building. Who else we got up in here this morning? Let me see who else we got. We got Batty Lynn. Thank you for what you did yesterday as far as researching Curtis Sleewa's email. Casey definitely looked out and let me know you took care of that. That's what I'm talking about. That's the fam. VIP Auction Group. How are you doing? Haven't seen you in a while. Hope everything is good. Who else we got up in here? Rebecca Lanyan Bueno. Want to chime in and say, hope you're doing well. So that you had a little cold. Hope you're doing well. Want to just make sure we're saying a prayer for every single person that comes up in this into the chat this morning. Because yes, he gave us another one to do it again. No complaints, Lord, no complaints. Yeah, it was a little rough getting here, but as long as you got our back, we know we're going to make it forward. Hope everybody's good, and let's go. Because I'm ready to go. I think so. Am I? Yeah. They're ready to go. It's time to start the show. I hope you're ready, yo. Yo, 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 yo. Y'all ready? It's Purple Sunday. Wind it up. Wind it up. Wind it up. It's time to turn it up. It's Purple Sunday. Let's go. Energy. Let's go. Come on. I know you can do it. Couple more seconds now. I'm about to wreck it now. You best to straight respect me now. Olay. Don't play. I don't know. As long as I can wake up in the morning, I come here. We already know the routine. Got to get those pores open in the morning, y'all. That's right. It's October the 12th. Almost time for that pumpkin. Almost time for Halloween, y'all. Hope everybody's having a fantastic Purple Sunday. Because I know I am. Because doom, 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 doom. Doom, 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 doom. Doom, doom, doom. Ain't got no money. Doom, 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 doom. Ain't like those other guys you hang around. Y'all ready? Come on, come on. It's kinda funny. But they always seem to let you down. Y'all know what? What? And I get discouraged. Why? Why? Cause I never see you anymore. And what? And I need your loving. Hey. I told you this shower singing, and that's all I'm living for. Yeah, my favorite part right here. I don't wanna pressure you, baby. All I ever wanted to do, I wanna be your lover. I wanna be the only one you're looking for, yeah. I wanna be your lover. Doom, 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 doom. Wanna be your. It's Purple Sunday, y'all. If pump that beat. It's Sunday, October 12th. That's right, y'all. 2025. I'm your host, Bugatti NYC, and this here's our bottom line, where we be talking about this and that and that and this and this and that and that, where we be talking about this and that and that and this and this and that. Just got me lit. That's what I'm talking about, y'all. Don't worry about the tone. Don't worry about how you sound. Just do it. And the feeling that you just get I can't even tell you how good I feel this morning. I hope you guys get some of that energy coming off of me because I think I got enough for everybody in the chat right now. How y'all doing this morning? It's your boy Bugatti NYC. Y'all could have went anywhere. But the fact of the matter that you came in to chill with me Sunday morning and I'm turned up, I appreciate you, y'all. Let me see who we got up in the chat real quick. Who we got up in here? We got VIP Auction Group. Casey and Liberty and Casey. We got who that up in the building? We got Patrick doing this thing up in the building. We got Luigi. How you doing, Luigi? Hope you had a good evening. Okay, what's going on? Hello and good morning, everyone of my friends Bugatti show. Let's go, Patrick. This is not my show. This is our show. This is our bottom line. The place where we come get updated information, have one of the best chats that we know in the internet as far as YouTube has to go, and the #1 show on YouTube at the 6 o'clock hour. They not messing with us. We stand behind that, and no matter what we got to do, we keep it going. How y'all doing this morning? Hope everybody's having a fantastic morning. Rebecca, get over that cold. Luigi, thank that you're here. Mark Dorfman, you already know how we do. Casey and Luigi, God bless us all. Let's move forward. Amen. Yes, that was our intro right there, y'all. Y'all already know how I do. You can't always knock them out the park or whatever like that, but you know, progress, keep on moving, and you throw it behind you. Once you put it all on the field, you never let up. Never let up. Just keep on going, y'all. I want to inspire you guys today. Keep on moving. And the topic of this story this morning, this episode is going to be basically towards that. We're going to keep on moving forward because we got to get to the White House. President Donald Trump makes an announcement, but before that, I got to do what I normally do. Why am I saying all of this? I ain't even do what? Let's get into these titles. What are you doing, Bugatti? Let's go. Let's get to work. I know you had a little time out yesterday, but get your stuff together. Let's go. What we have here? We have Trump. Supreme Court rejects Ghislaine Maxwell's appeal. Only option is a pardon. You guys, I got to be honest with you. This is our bottom line self-made title. To be honest with you, if the Supreme Court, if you've already been sentenced, all your other appeals have been denied, the Supreme Court is now denying you, what's the last thing that she can get? A pardon. So yeah, that's why we put that in there today. And we've got other videos to substantiate as far as like the follow up on it. And that's why you see Ghislaine over here with the picture that says, we'll play ball for a pardon. Keep on moving forward, because what else do we have in the topics? We have the audacity of Tish James. She's been ripped after claiming to be the victim of President Trump. What do we always say at the show, y'all? People in glass houses, come on, y'all know, shouldn't throw stones. And last but not least, what do we have here? A woman allegedly disguised herself as a man to take CDL driver's tests. I don't know why she did that, especially up under the last administration. She wouldn't even have to do that. But I guess she figured, you know what? Let me disguise myself. So yes, one day she comes in looking like this guy. Another day she comes on as a construction worker. You guys are not gonna believe this. We got an excited show. I'm telling you guys, I got some good clips for you. Get your coffee, get your drinks ready, whatever you guys have for the morning. It's time to do it, y'all. It's Purple Sunday. Let's go. Without any further ado, y'all know, now I can say it. Now I can say it. Yeah, I got a fully loaded clip. I got 5 on it. I'm gonna stack 5 videos at a time. You guys stay on topic, and we're gonna keep the ball rolling. Also, let me know where you're chiming in from, what time it is where you're at, because we love to know what time it is as well. What time is it in Guam? What time is it in Los Angeles? We like to know small things like that. Let's keep on moving forward, y'all. Let's get to work. That's what I'm ready to do. I'm ready to get to work. Let's get in the Oval Office right now where President Trump makes a few announcements.
Nice to have you. There's a big announcement. We have a lot of big announcements. There's sort of all big announcements, actually. It's wonderful to be in the Oval Office. I think you probably like it the best. You like it the best for press conferences? I sort of do. But today I'm excited to announce another historic achievement in our quest to lower drug prices for all Americans. Prices have come way down. We've gotten prices way down for groceries, for oil especially. Today we broke $60 a barrel. We think the oil is going to be under $2 a gallon very soon. That's about 70% lower than what it was just a year ago. So that's a big thing. And when the oil comes down, everything comes down. It's pretty beautiful to watch. AstraZeneca, the largest pharmaceutical manufacturer in the United Kingdom, is committing to offer Americans major discounts on their vast catalog of prescription drugs, one of the great companies, by the way, and a most favored nation's pricing clause. So most favored nation is you're going to pay whatever the lowest price anywhere in the world is, that's what you're going to be paying. And I had it going very well in my first term, but we were interrupted by a rigged election, so I was unable to carry it forward. We started it, but this was something one of the reasons I wanted to run again was we had to have favored nations where the world is not going to be paying just a fraction, just a tiny fraction of what we were paying. I want to thank CEO Pascal Soriot, a very highly respected, one of the most respected men in business and certainly in the industry, for joining us today, as well as Secretary Howard Lutnick, Secretary Rob.
Shout out to all of them. Thank all of y'all for being there. But we got to keep it moving, prayers. You know how we do over here at the bottom line. We get 2 minutes or more, and we keep on going because we got too much in the deck. Happy Purple Sunday, you guys. We got to keep on moving forward now because we got a whole nother situation with the president. That's why I said we might as well keep on moving forward because this is where he orders Pete Hegseth to do what? Pay the military, no matter what. And they actually have a fund to the side to make sure that the military gets paid. Honorable gesture, but what about the rest of them, prayers? Come on now, let's get everybody together and let's get away from this government shutdown. I think this shutdown needs to be over. That's my ask. All over. I'm like, for everybody, not just one group.
All right, welcome back. I'm Austin Westfall. You're watching live now, a live look at the White House, the time in the nation's capital, 7:52. We're getting some news in from the Pentagon and from the White House. We're hearing today that President Trump is directing Secretary of Defense Pete Hegseth to use all available funds to get our troops paid on October 15th as the government shutdown nears its third week. After the Senate failed to approve spending legislation this week, military members were preparing to go without their paychecks on Wednesday for the first time in U.S. history. To scrounge up enough money to pay the troops, the Pentagon is tapping into its research and development accounts to use funding that Congress made available for 2 years, according to a OMB official. Specifically, about $8 billion is being shifted from accounts that fund military research, development, testing, and evaluation efforts, according to 2 people familiar with the plan who spoke with Reuters. President Trump posting about this on Truth Social earlier today. It reads as follows. Chuck Schumer recently said, quote, "Every day gets better during their radical left shutdown. I disagree."
I just wanted to point about him saying that he was going to make sure that the military was getting money, and that's just another thing that I had to come up with another point about that. If he's allocating monetary for the military to get money, it's going to come some point where that money that's being allocated is going to run out. So I'm assuming that they're looking to probably get rid of this government shutdown because no matter how they shift and allocate funds to go somewhere else, that money's going to run out if it's not constantly flowing and not coming from the right source where it's supposed to be coming from. It's just basic common sense. I have to be a mathematician to know that. Keep on moving forward because the Hamas the ceasefire, they're saying it ceased to exist if they don't dismiss all of the, I can't say certain words there, weaponry, firing, and boom, boom stuff. So I'm going to let them say it. But yeah, let's keep this going.
We begin with Hamas on the clock to release the hostages. Jeff Paul live with the very latest. Jeff, good evening.
Good evening, Trace. And yeah, with the ceasefire now in effect, the clock is ticking on Hamas to release the remaining hostages within that 72-hour window. In exchange, Israeli troops have now pulled back to the agreed line in Gaza as part of the first phase of the agreement to end the war. Now, the IDF soldier withdrawal is now allowing tens of thousands of Palestinians to head back towards Gaza City. Huge columns of people could be seen moving north through the ruins of the war-torn Gaza territory along the Mediterranean coast. Many buildings and homes have been flattened, and those who have been displaced, often many times before, likely don't have much of anything to return to.
Our house was demolished. We left without a mattress or a pillow or anything. My daughter was murdered and my husband and son were wounded. Now we are going to see if we have a place. We have no shelter.
Increased shipments of aid into Gaza are reported to start on Sunday. Israel, meantime, is also expected to soon release roughly 2,000 Palestinian prisoners for the hostages held in Gaza, 20 of whom are believed to still be alive. Israelis gathered at Hostage Square in Tel Aviv, and they remain very cautiously optimistic.
We're waiting, hopefully, crossing our fingers for the moment that we see all of our loved ones back in Israel, and hopefully for this war to end and for better days.
Too much pain, man. There's too much pain going on over there. I just want her face to not be like that no more. I want to see her face change. I want to see that turn into a smile where the stomach is just like, oh my. I want that to be excitement. All of that pain, I would love to see a 360 reversal on her, and I don't even know her. That's the way I feel about that situation right there. We're gonna keep on moving forward because, like I said, the war has ended completely. We got this senior Hamas official who says the U.S. guarantees to end the conflict. I'm gonna have to read this, but I don't mind. Check this out. He's talking in another language.
وأخيرا
All right, so I'm telling you guys, you saw he's talking in another language. I'm gonna read it, but I want you guys to see what he had to say. We took on a great responsibility in dealing with the American president's plan. And we presented a response that would fulfill the interests and rights of our people. And save their blood. This response includes our vision for stopping the war, WAR. Our negotiators traveled to the Arab Republic of Egypt, armed with responsibility and positivity. This enabled us to the resistance to work together to reach an agreement that we can present to our people, the heroes. Today we are announcing that we have reached an agreement to end the war and aggression and to implement the permanent ceasefire. This is dope. This has involved the withdrawal of occupation and entry of aid to opening of the Rafah crossing in both directions and the exchange of prisoners as part of 250 Palestinian prisoners, including those sentenced to life imprisonment, will be released. So the people that were sentenced to life in prison over there, they're going to get released too. So hopefully all of this stuff comes together. I want to go ahead and keep on playing more because y'all don't want to see me reading, cutting up stuff like that. So I got to keep on moving forward. We're going to keep on going now because now we got to look at this situation now that's kind of hurting us with the tariffs. I told you we're going to cover every topic right now. We got to get into these tariffs, and that's what's happening because the Dow is like slide, electric slide. Up. Yeah, it's sliding right now. The Dow Jones is sliding right now because Trump announced almost 100% tariff on China. Check this out. Come on, girl. All right, Bugatti. All right, get your stuff together. You should be better than that.
Minutes or so, and thanks for being with us here on Live Now from Fox. I'm your host, Christina Evans. We do have some breaking news that I want to bring to you just coming out in the last few minutes or so. And I put this up on your screen. This is courtesy of Fox's Jackie Heinrich saying, breaking, Trump imposes 100% tariff on China in addition to existing tariffs, responding to China's escalation of export restrictions on rare earths. POTUS says it takes effect 11/1, which is November 1st, or quote, maybe sooner. I want to put up this as well on your screen there because the president did speak about this on his Truth Social post. I have the post in full as well here, but the White House also put this up saying that a piece of that saying it is quote impossible to believe that China would have taken such an action, but they have, and the rest is history. Let's read out this full statement though so you're able to understand what the president has just released in the last few minutes. He says, it has just been learned that China has taken an extraordinarily aggressive position on trade and sending an extremely hostile letter to the world stating that they were going to, effective November 1st, 2025, impose large-scale export controls on virtually every product they make and some not even made by them. This affects all countries without exception and was obviously a plan devised by them years ago. It is an absolutely unheard of in international trade and a moral disgrace in dealing with other nations, based on the fact that China has taken this unprecedented position and speaking only for the USA and not other nations who were similarly threatened starting November 1st, 2025, or sooner, depending on any further actions or changes taken by China, the United States of America will impose a tariff of 100% on China over and above any tariff that they are currently paying. Also on November 1st, we will impose export controls on any and all critical software. It is impossible to believe that China would have taken such an action, but they have, and the rest is history. Thank you for your attention to this matter. And so those are the words there from President Trump.
So yeah, that made the Dow Jones just drop like crazy, drop like it was hot and was not good. Let's get on over to New York because Cuomo says that both sides of the coin that are playing politics in this Letitia James situation. This is the first time I've heard Cuomo speak, to be honest, since he wasn't the mayor before. I mean, since he was the governor, to be honest with you. So it's like the first time I actually heard Cuomo speak.
Let me ask you about something that's playing out in real time right now. Your opponent as we are talking, is joining other Democrats in Lower Manhattan because of what happened to the Attorney General, Tish James. And she was just indicted by a prosecutor handpicked by the president on fraud and false statement charges. Now, you came out with a statement yesterday, but you did not mention the president by name. You did not mention Tish James by name. When you look at it, should the president have gone after Tish James?
Well, my point is, and I think this is nearly uniform, both sides, Democrats and Republicans, believe there's too much politics in the justice system. And it's really a shame because the cornerstone of the democracy was the justice system. And now it seems like there's politics on both sides. Mm-hmm. And there should be politics on neither side. The Justice Department, I'm a former assistant district attorney, former attorney general, it was supposed to be devoid of politics. And now both sides point fingers at each other saying they're playing politics.
This is what your statement said yesterday, but should the president have gone after the attorney general? Was he right to do that?
Well, he will say he didn't go after her. The prosecutor will say they were just doing justice, which is what Tish James said about going after President Trump. I'm just pursuing justice. That's why it's political.
But what do you say?
You made a point right there, huh? Exactly. Like I said in the beginning, people in glass houses shouldn't throw stones. You got a glass house over there, and you know, oh my God, you know you're wrong. And you know that you done did some hook and joke. You done messed up old crazy wiring over there, but you want to stand in front of your house doing this, throwing rocks at people. All they got to do is pick up one of your rocks, one of your own rocks, and throw it back at you. Not only are you hurt, but your house starts getting and now everything, how that song go? The load gone come, tumbling down. Let's keep on moving forward because in Washington, they're saying that they're so jealous. The Democrats, they're being ripped for praising the peace deal, but not crediting Trump. And no, this is not me. I'm reporting this news that you guys see up here that people are calling fake and all of this stuff and everything. But this is the news that we get. And the reason why we utilize this news, everybody that's new here and that doesn't know, is because sometimes you gotta, where there's smoke, there's fire. So not all of the news is real. Everything that y'all tell each other ain't real. But you gotta listen to part of it and pick out what you can analyze and what makes sense. So don't get up in the comments talking about fake news and all of that. You ain't surprising nobody. We know it's fake, but we just use it because we want to hear what the other side have to say. And now we're like, with our smart minds, let's go investigate and see if that's real. You get it? Calm down. Calmate. It's not that serious. Let's keep on moving forward, y'all.
There's a news alert. President Trump confirming that he's going to travel to both Israel and Egypt on Monday to discuss the future of Gaza.
In Israel, he is expected to visit Jerusalem to address the Knesset on the historic peace deal reached with Hamas.
Alexandria Hoff joins us now from Washington with the latest. Good morning, Alexandria. Well, good morning to you three. We are within the 72-hour window that Hamas has to release the remaining hostages, and President Trump is set to be on the ground Monday in the region when he expects that to happen. With the ceasefire in effect, Israeli troops have pulled back to the agreed line in Gaza as part of the first phase of this agreement to end the war. And this has allowed tens of thousands of Palestinians to start trekking back through ruins towards Gaza City to uncover if they have homes to return to. Increased shipments of aid into Gaza are reported to begin tomorrow. Israel also expected to soon release roughly 2,000 Palestinian prisoners for the hostages held in Gaza.
Like, what do you do with those buildings there? What do you do with all that rubble? Like, where do you truck that off to? Like, what happens with that? Like, how do you fix that? I want to ask you guys a question. Like, oh, that's enough of that. I'm glad we covered that topic and got through with it. I want to ask you guys a question. What do you feel about this situation going on right now with the Nobel Peace Prize? Do you feel as if President Trump should have got nominated or received the Nobel Peace Prize for all of the stuff that's going on, all of the wars that were prevented, like he said, 7 prior, and then possibly even doing a peace deal with Ukraine and Russia? Anybody here, let's do a quick hand poll real quick. If you feel that President Trump should have got the Nobel Peace Prize, all you got to do is a hands up or thumbs up, just like that. But if you think that it was not enough, not Nobel Peace Prize worthy, just go ahead and give us a thumbs down real quick. I really appreciate it. Also, do your boy a favor and double tap that screen to get those likes up. We've been up since about 3 o'clock in the morning, but it's all good because we might get a little nap in later. We got to do the work first, and then you feel how you feel. Also, do your boy a favor. Like I said, double tap that screen. Don't worry about the money up there because I know it's out here for a pimp, so I don't try to hit your pockets up. Just try to get those likes up. How many people? Let's say, okay, we got a lot of people with their thumbs up and they're saying that they feel like he should have gotten it. Okay, Nobel Peace Prize is a joke. Okay, yes, I do. Someone smiling. No way, says Gordon. Okay, Gordon, all right. Brian says no. All right, who else we got up in here? Maybe, I don't know. The requirements must be, I know what you mean. Much more intense and much more things that you're doing, just besides probably one category. I get what you mean. Not a distraction. Good God Almighty, I'd love to his capital city and knows who Israel. Okay, everybody, well, it's kind of mixed, but I'm gonna be honest with you. The majority of people are saying thumbs up. Oh, and another thing, it says, somebody's saying it's a distraction. We got to keep moving forward because Dick Durbin is basically asking a couple of different Congress people, and let's just hear it out real quick.
Just on this shutdown, do you think that, are you hearing any squeamishness among Democrats right now? None?
No.
I mean, we're now heading into week 3.
We're not happy with the situation, but we're determined to help these families across America that are going to face high hospitalization premium costs this month.
Aren't you guys taking the same position that happened in 2013 when Ted Cruz wanted to defund Obamacare?
No, I think what we've made clear is we were ready to reopen the government. Let's sit down and have an agreement that protects families from these health care costs and reach an agreement about how we're going to fund the government. You can't quite do that when the House of Representatives, Speaker of the House, won't have the Republican members even come back to Washington. So the sooner he gets in the full-time mode, the better.
And there's on the ceasefire agreement in Israel and in Hamas. Do you think that Trump deserves credit for this?
Yes, if it works. I think it's off to a good start, and I'm glad. I want the violence to end.
There are people on the right calling for him to get the Nobel Peace Prize. What do you say to that?
Let's not get ahead of ourselves. We're at the earliest stages of a proposed peace plan. I want it to work. Let's watch and see.
Appreciate it. Thanks.
All right. So, yeah, it didn't even answer the question, basically just brushed it off. But in our chat, we have a lot of people that are saying yes. And then we have a lot of other people that are saying different things. We got a lot of comments here, and it's a mixed crowd, which I love. See what I'm saying? That's what our bottom line is about. A mixed crowd of people able to come together and at least have a conversation. Because out of a conversation, let's say we have 3 solutions or 1 or 2 solutions happen. That's a go, go, go. Like I said yesterday, what if we all could just get along? Like Rodney King said, can't we all just get along? And we got somebody that's just got locked up. And guess what happened? Illegal immigrants arrested with no name on his driver's license. How did that happen? I'm not talking about where it was like blank. I'm talking about you look at the license and it says N-O-N-A-M-E. Let's go, y'all. Let's get into it. How is it possible? I have no idea. But we're about to find out right now. How the hell did this happen? Let's go open this screen up. It's time.
This political theater may have a lot of opportunities for television and such, but it doesn't get the job done of fighting crime.
It is shameful. You don't run and hide if you're proud of what you're doing. That's what ICE is doing.
Illinois is going to use every lever at our disposal to resist this power grab and get Noam's thugs the hell out of Chicago.
They told us that this was about the worst of the worst. In reality, they are going after anyone who objects to families being ripped apart and community members being disappeared.
Oh, that's Democrats defending the worst of the worst arrested during Operation Midway Blitz.
Watch this.
Let's meet some of them and see if Mayor Johnson is correct. This is just a small sampling of those who have been arrested in the more than 1,000 taken off the streets of Chicago. You have this individual convicted of murder, another one, 3 DUI convictions, 2 domestic violence convictions. This individual from Mexico convicted of DUI and arrested for terroristic threats. The list continues. This Austrian illegal violent criminal convicted of sex offender, convicted of sexually assaulting a family member under the age of 6. Another convicted of armed carjacking and robbery. You've got convicted of battery and domestic violence. By the way, are you listening, Mayor Johnson? None of this sounds like innocent individuals who are here illegally committing these violent crimes. It continues, convicted of a sexual assault of a child. This individual from Mexico convicted of weapons offense and concealing a homicide death, arrested for sexual assault of a child, domestic battery, and last but not least, you have an individual convicted of multiple counts of domestic battery and strangulation. Joining us now is former ICE Director and Federal Prosecutor Jonathan Fahey. Jonathan, we wanted to lay that list out because it's clearly not the case when we hear Mayor Johnson and Governor Pritzker saying that innocent people are being disappeared. These are violent, convicted illegal alien criminals.
Yes, and the worst part about it is Governor Pritzker and Mayor Johnson have done everything in their power to keep those people in the United States, which is totally shameful. Amnesty, and that's a non-negotiable position within the Democratic Party. And we know Governor Pritzker on anti-President Trump, and it's so shameful that he's willing to put his presidential ambitions ahead of the safety of his residents of Illinois.
Yeah, Jonathan, I've only got about 20 seconds left, but we did have an individual, an illegal alien from India, got a commercial driver's license in New York with no name on his license. How is that even possible?
It's shameful. Yeah, you have these Fanu-Lanus getting licenses all over the place, and these states like New York, like California, don't even care. And we had that tragedy in Florida, about a month or so.
It said no name given on the license. You're like, how? Is it like, it's not like you walking up to a computer and the computer's processing it like, okay, I'm just not even gonna put my name, it's gonna just fill it out. No, you got a human being right there. So what, they didn't even ask you your name. So what else didn't they do? You probably didn't even take the damn test. Probably just walked in there and said, look here, I'm ready to get my license. Give me all the paperwork. And just filled it out. Oh my God, no name. Yes, no name on license, crazy. Look at this, these corrupt sanctuary cities. Videos backwards, we know that. It is bad ones, then field terrorists. Well, the animal terrorists absolutely disappeared. Atlanta, and Amanda, we're working on it. Yeah, we are. We saw that on there's a need to birth certificates and proof of address. What happened? What happened to, can I get 6 pieces of, what was that, 6 points? How many points did you need to get your license back in the day? They used to say 6 points, right? You got to come in here with your birth certificate. You got to come in here with your blood, whatever your blood work. They want to see your social security. And if you don't got your social security card, we're going to need you to go to state office building, take care, get your social security card, wait online. Thank you, lady, pay that. And then you come back and get your social security card. What happened to all that? Don't they have your name on your social security card? Okay, but then again, you guys are right, because I see you in the chat. You know what you guys are saying? Sanctuary city policies. All he did was went up in there, and they was like, what's your name? He said, blah, 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 blah. And they was like, I don't know how to spell that. So you know what? No name given. Go ahead, give him a license and let's go. We got to keep on moving forward now because UK Chinese crypto, you're not going to believe this lady right here. Don't go nowhere because it's about to get crazy and it's about to get even crazier. I'm not talking about thousands. We're not talking about hundreds of thousands. We're not talking about millions. We're talking about billions that this lady got as a mastermind in a crime spree where she made $6.7 billion in crypto. And when I show you this lady picture, you are not going to believe that she did something like this. She is a UK mastermind. Trust me, wait for it.
A woman once held as the goddess of wealth has been unmasked as the mastermind of one of the biggest crypto scams in history. Ghislaine Maxwell has been convicted in London after pleading guilty to defrauding more than 128,000 victims in China and holding 61,000 bitcoins worth nearly $7 billion. It began as a dream of fortune turned into financial ruin for thousands as Jian built an empire of lies that spanned continents, luxury mansions, and fake identities until a 7-year global investigation finally brought her down.
Look at Jian.
Here's our next report to tell you more.
Look at Jian.
It is being called one of the biggest crypto frauds in history. A scam so vast, it turned thousands of dreams into dust and billions of stolen dollars into digital smoke. In London, 47-year-old Ghislaine Maxwell has pleaded guilty to a crime that stunned investigators worldwide.
Now, you talking about they must have been good to find her, because you would have thought that she was like a jet setter, flying all around, doing all kinds of stuff. Not the lady that make the dim sum, for real. She the one with all the dough? On the low, got everything going on. She was the plug, talking about the perfect cover. She was like, you know what, I'm just going to stay like this. I ain't even going to do nothing. All that money, she could have had different face, everything.
She illegally acquired and held more than 61,000 bitcoins, a fraud of nearly $7 billion. Between 2014 and 2017, Qian ran a massive investment scheme in China. More than 128,000 victims were lured in, from business people to bankers, even members of the judiciary. Ordinary people poured their savings into promises of wealth. They knew little about her except the name she was given, the goddess of wealth. But the goddess was no giver. She was a taker. The Metropolitan Police revealed that Qian converted the stolen billions into Bitcoin, a move designed to hide the money trail. She then fled China using fake documents and entered the UK. After entering the UK, she began attempts to buy luxury properties to wash the stolen fortune. The trail eventually led to investigations across borders. The probe became a 7-year, multi-jurisdictional chase. Detectives described it as one of the most complex cases of its kind.
And like, I just wanted you to see who it was. How did she do that? Like, oh man, check this out, you guys. This is how I think. If she could have did something illegal like that to make $6.7 billion, could she have been the same type of mastermind to do something to make $5 million legally? Just a question. How about doing something legal? $5 million, you'd have been straight still. Now you locked up and they might kill your ass over there. Real talk. They might sentence her to. They do not play over there. Playing around, and then they're gonna have to extradite you. Ooh, and you making their country look bad. Oh boy, ain't even gonna talk about that no more. But I'm gonna follow up on that story because we got another one. We got to get on over to somebody we know and love. That's right, Sheriff Grady. You guys are gonna love. I hope I said his name right. You guys love this man. Get your coffee ready, and please, you do not want to miss this at all. Y'all don't want to miss this one here. This one here, I'm talking about, he knocked this one out the park. Whatever you got to do to fix your screen, do what you got to do, because this man went in just now. I'm telling you, he got busy. Check this out.
Good morning, everyone. It's time for morning briefings.
Is it?
And I hope you have your favorite cup of coffee and you don't spit it all over yourself when you hear what I'm about to say. But we're going to drink our coffee from a thermos from Fire Inspector Services. You got that? From New Jersey. Thanks for sending the cup. Good coffee. Now listen, there's things you can't make up. So we arrested Walter Frymere. He's 51.
It's fucking hilarious.
We got a call that he was naked inside of a restroom at a public park. So we asked, is he naked or buck naked? You know, you can be naked and still have your socks on. But if you're buck naked, you're totally naked. Well, anyway, our deputy gets there. The dude's got all of his clothes on. So we're nice. And we send him out of the park and trespass him and tell him we're not going to arrest you, even though people saw you here without any clothes on. We're going to give you a break. So what does he do? He goes across the street and hops up on what? The railroad train track and trespasses again, just as soon as we gave him the break. So the deputy arrests him. We find out he's already got 25 prior arrests and been to state prison 5 times. So not only is he trespassed, we've got him in possession of meth. Well, I've talked about meth doing crazy stuff to you, right? You ain't gonna believe this. So we put everybody through a body scanner to make sure that they're not trying to bring guns and knives and drugs into the jail. Well, you might have thought Walter was bringing drugs into the jail. He brought a thermos into the jail. That's right. He put it up the exit ramp. You know what I mean? A thermos about this size. No, it wasn't this one. We saw that and we said, dude, what are you doing here? He said, well, I put that inside my body and he didn't swallow it 24 hours earlier. The deputy saved his life. Oh, and that was after Walter threatened to kill the deputy for arresting him. We had to take him to the hospital. They had to find a specialist. It was quite the ordeal, but he's thermaless.
He had a whole
in the
Yeti in
county
his
jail
booty.
today. Told you weren't going to believe it. Never seen it before. Have another drink of coffee.
Oh my God. Y'all said, yeah, somebody said he had a Yeti in his booty. Yo, why y'all doing that to me? Because you know I'm a cry. Don't do that. I ain't got no, this is not a real napkin right there. I done cut another scarf, another tie to make that look like a damn napkin. Y'all know how I get down. Keep on moving forward over here to the NYPD sergeant. He's injured in a fight he had a fight with some Bronx teen. I have to say the truth. How do you wind up on the ground when you hurt? Anytime there's a fight, they always talk about, oh yeah, you shouldn't have did it or whatever like that. But after the fact, they're always talking about, oh yeah, but you saw such and such when he punched such and such. So you still gotta perform when you're fighting. No matter if you're wrong or you're right. If you gotta defend yourself, you gotta perform. You can't be playing around out there. You know what I'm saying? How you gonna let a teenager knock you down on the ground? DEI. I feel sorry for the police officer, honestly. I hope he get better and everything like that. But yeah, this sergeant right here need to get better.
All right, and we begin this morning with breaking news. A police officer in the hospital after trying to take down a suspect. That suspect also in the hospital, shot by police.
Investigators say it all started with a 911 call about a family dispute. Pix 11's Julie Millay live in the Bronx this morning with the story. Julie, good morning.
Good morning. An absolutely intense story unfolding late last night and this morning. You can see behind me, this is still a crime scene. Police tape still up. We're still seeing officers in and out of this building here on East Gun Hill Road, saying that this kind of incident is the kind of danger that police officers deal with every single day. Here's what we know about what happened. It was right around 9:15 last night that police say they got a 911 call from a desperate father claiming his 18-year-old son had pulled a gun on his family and that Young man was headed to a second location. Officers then arrived there to 1015 East Gun Hill Road, where they confronted the teenage suspect who claimed he wasn't who police were looking for. But then, after they formed a perimeter around the building, police say they heard gunshots coming from inside, so they ran in. The suspect, who is known to police and has a violent criminal history, then tried to run out the door. That's when officers say they tried to take him down, and our sources tell us it was an NYPD sergeant who got into a struggle with him, and during that struggle, the sergeant fell and hit his head. He's currently in the hospital recovering from that injury. Another officer then shot the suspect twice, hitting him once in the back and once in the arm. That suspect was taken to Jacoby, where he's currently in critical condition.
Our cops walked into a very dangerous domestic situation where they did not know what was on the other side of that door. Thankfully, our officers were able to apprehend the suspect, and our injured officer is expected to make a full recovery.
And this is a picture of the gun that police say was recovered on that
Terrible out here, man. Yeah, the Bronx especially. That's why it's like, whoa, get in the Uber. Hey, how you doing? Get out the Uber. Get right in the crib. Go where you got to go. Ain't no chilling on no corners or hanging out nowhere no more. Hey, you look like steak. Come in for a minute. Nope, I'm good. Keep on moving forward now. It's this mock execution. The whole word I had to flip of a Halloween display goes viral for all the wrong reasons. What do you guys think about this? You know, people have freedom of expression, but when it comes down to using your freedom of expression for things like this, I think that this kind of draws the line.
People. They are terrified that all of a sudden their power to police masks and what your children learn in school and putting men in women's sports, that all of that has been taken away and restored rightfully back into the hands of the people. And I think about when J.B. Pritzker and governors like him, like Gavin Newsom, who fixate on the president as a human instead of in any way acknowledging the constituents, the Americans that he's aiming to serve and protect. If we can pop up for a second that imagery, again, a horrific image, I can't get it out of my head, of the effigies hanging in the noose with the coffins next to them in a playground of a undoubtedly taxpayer-paid neighborhood. Are you joking? That is the symbolism and the imagery that people are used to in cartel-ridden South and Central American countries that have an abject corruption that has infused the law enforcement and the administrations there. The fact that this is an American neighborhood is absolutely and patently unacceptable. Where are the...
So let me ask you a question. Because the fact that it's on Fox News, what's so different about the scene? Oh, you watch Fox. We're watching Fox. Okay, cool. But does that take away that being there? Does that take away that being there, or what the overall situation is? We don't get caught in rabbit holes over here, baby. And I'm not going to get caught in your rabbit hole. I'm actually seeking you out. Because sometimes people just pee me off by some stupid stuff that they say, and I want to get you out of here. So that one person that with that little Fox comment, I was looking for you, to be honest with you. Because I get tired of trying to explain to idiots. Don't worry about the damn platform. Worry about the information that you're getting. Somebody run out of house saying it's on fire. Are you going to wait for the damn house to burn down? Or are you going to investigate? Stupid is what stupid does. That's not what we do around here. We get information, then we figure out if it's true or not. No, oh, we're not going to listen to this one over here because we don't like we just already sent them out. Stupid. We watch PBS. We watch MSNBC, probably one you like, CBS, all the other ones too. You just happen to be here when we loaded up on this side of the deck. And if I find you, because you already pissed me off, Casey, if you find him, do me a favor. BAM! Out of here. Got no time to be playing around with people worrying about a damn network. Let's get on to Zohar Mamdani, who's coursing back as he's joining and bonding with Letitia James. Two people that I don't like, and I can tell you guys that straight up and down. But that does not mean that you don't have to like them. I don't like Zohar because I don't like his policies, and I feel like what he's going to do to our city is going to make it even worse than what's going on now that I physically experience. If you're in another state, Idaho somewhere, another country, whatever like that, don't know what's really going on out here, come on over. You want to come to New York so bad? I'm going to stop telling people don't come. I'm not going to warn you. All these people like, oh my God, New York. I'm not even going to do that no more. I'm not going to tell you, yo, I'm not going to be the one that tell you guys not to come. I'm going to say, come on. And then when you get here, oh my God, for real? Yeah. 8 days later, my boy talking about he wanted to move here. 8 days later, went right back to Dallas. We're going to keep on moving forward, you guys. So yeah, and stop being punks about information. You sound like one of them people that have a problem with a curse being in a sentence. When I say that, it's like you might be one of them people that say you stop on one point that's like, oh, this person said a curse. We ain't punks around here, y'all. This the generation, man. This is the real one. The reason why we're still here is because we have tough skin. We not punks. In this chat, none of us are. We get it in over here. Let's go. Got to keep on straightening these people out worrying about a damn platform.
James after a federal grand jury indicted her on charges of bank fraud. Prosecutors say she falsely claimed a Virginia rental property as a second home to secure better loan terms. James denies any wrongdoing. Fox News contributor and constitutional law attorney Jonathan Turley joins us now.
Thank you so much.
Do you see anything wrong with what she did, Jonathan? Welcome.
Well, I don't remember Mandani coming out and denouncing James when she ran for office on the pledge to nail Donald Trump for something, not even specifying what it might be, or when she charged him in a fraud case where no one lost money. And in fact, the banks wanted additional loans.
Can you unsee it? Yeah, we getting to the jokes now. I know y'all in the comments and y'all know what I'm saying. Can you unsee Sherman's having relations, Sherman's having relations, Sherman's having relations? Can you unsee it? Hercules, don't even matter. Y'all see what I'm talking about. Call me what you want, but like I said, if Eddie Murphy ever decide that he don't want to play Mother Clump, all he got to do is hire her. She don't even need no makeup. Just put on the fat suit and you straight.
From Trump and his organization. None of these people were objecting to any of that lawfare. Now, does that mean that this is a lead pipe cinch of a case or that there's not problems? Of course not. This is going to be a tough case for the Department of Justice to be able to land. While they got this case out of New York, it's in a very blue.
It was all a dream. I used to read Word Up magazine. Salt and pepper with Heavy D up in the limousine. Crooked eye to the side. That's why I wear shades all the time.
District in Virginia. And also there's going to be some threshold challenges here. And one of them has some merit. It doesn't mean it's going to prevail. James is likely to say that the acting U.S. attorney who signed off on these charges was not appropriately appointed and therefore should not have held that office. And if that is the case, then the indictment would go down.
Now, how many people remember what the damn man was talking about? Or y'all just really thinking about the whole damn other part of what we was getting into? And guess what? It's okay to do that sometime. You know, we got to stick to no damn topic. We chilling. This family up in here. Like I told Casey yesterday, you know what my real job is? Making sure that I turn the chat on. Because if I don't turn that chat on, 1,000 people going to be mad. Like, yo, what the hell is going on? We supposed to have family and other stuff going on up in here. Not just worrying about no clips. This is what we do and why we number one. Do your boy a favor and double tap that screen to make sure that everybody know what we got going on over here. And give me all the money in your damn pockets. I'm broke. I need some money. No, I ain't. I'm just playing. But you know what I would appreciate? Please double tap that screen and get the likes up because we would like to make the ends justify the means and get more people over here. I know it's Sunday and they sleep. Let's wake their ass up. Let's keep on going, y'all. Let's keep on going because she does have a little bit of audacity as claiming to be the victim. And you know who I'm talking about. I'm talking about Letitia James on this one. She has a lot of audacity. And you guys see how I roll. When I tell you guys I mean it, I'm not playing. I have to give you guys an exact comparison here. You see it. What would she need? Nothing. Letitia James, AKA Miss Clump. For the person that keeps talking about the screen being reversed, I know. I can control that screen. You ready to go? Let's do this, y'all. I can control this screen. So now y'all can't see it and y'all all messed up, right? So let me show you guys something. Right, I control it. So now I can't read it. This is the way I have to read it. So I'm reading it backwards to make sure that you guys are straight. Bugatti can control the text that I own. I can't flip a YouTube screen. I'm still trying to figure it out. We almost did because we thought we had it last week, but it didn't work out. Just trying to explain that madness as well, and we got to keep on moving forward.
Former FBI Director James Comey has pleaded not guilty to charges of lying to Congress and will now seek to dismiss the case as vindictive.
Okay.
Meanwhile, New York Attorney General Letitia James, who knows something about vindictive prosecutions, is now facing charges related to mortgage fraud. And while many on the left were quick to attack the case as politically motivated, CNN's Anderson Cooper called her out for her past campaign promises to go after Trump. Watch this.
According to PolitiFact, the day after she was elected in 2018, Letitia James was asked by a community activist if she was going to sue President Trump, and she replied, quote, "Oh, we're going to definitely sue him. We're going to be a real pain in the ass. He's going to know my name personally." I mean, that's not a great look for somebody who has just been elected or just been campaigning, who hasn't even looked, I guess, at deeply at any evidence.
So the reason I did this is because I wanted to bring it back to the beginning of our topic, of the headline of the whole show. People in glass houses shouldn't throw stones. Let's get on over to a serious situation in Texas where they found another Audi that was pulled out from this Texas bayou as a serial killer. They think that they have the fear that it may be something going on with that. Let's get on over to Texas to a serious situation, y'all. Let's go.
One of the city's bayous sparking new fears online of a so-called bayou killer. Police say there is no serial offender at large, but with social media buzzing and multiple deaths this year, questions are just mounting.
I like to give Sidebar some love because sometimes I can't find it other places. So I want you guys, if you're interested in it, this is another story, and I like Sidebar, so I have no problem with giving them love. Another Audi pulled from Texas bayou as an serial killer fears intensely. Just want to give them a plug right there. My homeboy over there, you know, he always showed me love. So you know what? Lets me use their clips. So I want you guys to check this out. I don't want to go too far into it because there's a 21-minute clip.
We are going to get to the bottom of what is happening in Houston's waterways with a former FBI and CIA agent. Welcome to Sidebar, presented by Law and Crime. I'm Jeff.
Yeah, and this is something that's going on right now where they're investigating to see if there is a serial link, not Captain Crunch, neither, iller out there in Texas. We're going to keep on moving forward, you guys, to Washington. What do you think about Maxwell being pardoned? Do you think that Trump should pardon her? Between me and you. Yes for pardon, thumbs up, or the hands up again, or no, no pardon. This is the only way that she's going to be able to get out right now. Being honest with you, she's already been sentenced. Like I said, she's already been put in a maximum. They put her in the minimum. Do you think that she's going to be pardoned? And do you think that it's a good idea? Okay, no, F no. I'm paying attention to nothing but you guys right now. No, no. This is we going to our topic right now, the whole show. No, I love you guys because I feel the same way. Don't even, that's right, same thing. And I like the fact that we all can agree on something right there. And it doesn't matter what party we're a part of. Because see, that's real people right there. She won't be pardoned. Hell no, she's a monster. And who else we got? Lemieux says Epstein and files. Absolutely not. Who else we got? We got Savvy Super says hell no. Adrian says freak no. Y'all going in, hell no. Check this out though. I want you guys to see where these people originated from, what they're really about. Check this out right here. I want you to see what the rationale is right now. And I know a lot of people have their own ideas about this particular Q&A with the president. I'm gonna go there on both sides. We have people that are saying he's acting like he don't know Ghislaine and it's all new to him. Don't get mad at me. We have people on the other side that are saying things that you guys are saying, right? So now I want to bring it in because this is exactly the other day when they had a little bit of Q&A, and then we're going to keep on going on the topic of this. We have to break this down.
I just today, Mr. President, and the Supreme Court is back in session. Yeah. They rejected today an appeal by Ghislaine Maxwell to overturn her conviction. That means her only chance at getting out of prison is a pardon from you. Is that something you're open to?
Who are we talking about?
Ghislaine Maxwell.
You know, I haven't heard the name in so long. I can say this, that I'd have to take a look at it. I would have to take a look. Did they reject that?
She wanted to appeal her conviction.
And what happened?
They said that
Don't get mad at me for this, y'all. I'm going in, and it's not just me, because people are saying he's acting like he don't know her. He acting like he don't know what's going on here. What do you mean you acting like this is brand new? Don't tear me up for this, but I gotta do what our bottom line is about. And when it gets called out by the masses, I'm doing it. Because they basically go in there and they're saying that. Why are you acting like this is all new? Why are you acting like you don't know what this lady's actually already done? also, I want you guys to really understand that the only way that she can get a pardon is to get out is a presidential pardon. She's been turned out on everything. She's lucky she's not in a maximum security prison. None of this is me. I'm just giving you guys all the information that everyone's saying. I'm saying all the stuff that people in the comments are saying. And I got more.
I see. Well, I'll take a look at it. I will speak to the DOJ. I wouldn't consider it or not consider it. I don't know anything about it.
So now when you say you wouldn't consider it or you would consider it or not consider it, that's trying to say that you sway both ways is another thing that people have been saying. And then you got another royal flush maraschino cherry on top that a lot of people are saying is, oh, that's why she's playing ball, because she know if she don't get that Supreme Court to overturn her conviction, he's the only one that can get her out. So that's why she's being so nice with President Trump. Don't tear me up for this information, you guys. Everything that I just said is stuff that people are saying and they want to be said. Just said it.
But I will speak to the DOJ.
Why would she be a candidate for clemency, sir?
I don't know. I mean, I'd have to speak to the DOJ. I'll look at it. I have a lot of people who have asked me for pardons. I call him Puff Daddy has asked me for a pardon.
Now they said he tried to throw it off when he threw that out. I'm just telling you, how do I remember? I got notes over here. I'm trying to tell you guys stuff. Okay, let's keep on moving forward, you guys. Y'all saw this interview the other day, and you know where we're going with that. And you understand that the only way that this lady can get out of prison is with a presidential pardon. Let's keep on moving forward now, because also we went to the cell of Jeffrey Epstein. We saw that little string hole where that little thing was hung there. They called it a Nils noose. I can't say that word. And they said that that's the way that he lost his life. But guess what? Do you believe that when they went in there, they never took a picture of him? How you go in there and come to a crime scene and you don't take no pictures of the body? How many people in the comments think there's something wrong with that? How many people think that that's a possible cover-up because they don't want people to really be able to analyze the actual photos, especially when the coroner calls it a murder. I don't know how that paperwork comes out where they still saying that he took his own life, because the coroner says it was an murder.
After a 5-month investigation, 60 Minutes has obtained photos.
Video, January 5th, 2022. This is why sometimes you got to go back to the original what's going on, because it probably was fake news back then or whatever, but at least they're giving it to you as it flows. And now we have too much time to change the news from 5 years later. You know, this video, this stuff could have been changed. So it's good to go back and see what's going on.
Another deal one? Oh, Monday CRM, stop it. Did I?
When the Krill's now I'm seeing, you don't move nothing. You put the tape down there, homeboy could be like this, looking like a good times picture, right? He could be looking like a good times picture. Don't touch him and don't move him. Yeah, they're gonna trace him all around and mark where he was at. That's all I'm trying to say, you guys. There is too many more layers to this onion, and we have yet to really get to the bottom of it. Even if they find out this other information, I want to know about that. What really happened to Jeffrey Epstein? Let's keep on moving forward, you guys. Move on to St. Louis, where this man was sentenced in a Dill's Neff of a mother and daughter after the Drake concert in St. Louis. Let's follow up on this concert situation. We brought this to you a while back. Now we got some more information on it. Yo, let's go. Terrible, tragic situation.
The laws have to change. People are not driving right, and this is not the first time.
First at 5, the family of 2 women killed by a reckless driver in downtown St. Louis are pushing for more to be done to keep people safe. Today, Monty Henderson was sentenced to 21 years behind bars for the 2024 crash that killed a mother and daughter who were visiting for a Drake concert.
Tonight, First Lord Forrest Cameron Bopp heard from both sides as dangerous driving continues to plague our region.
They always keep my heart warm.
Even the littlest ones, like Elena, are feeling the loss of Leticia Bracero, known as Letty, and her daughter, Alyssa Cordova.
I want to say that I miss them to death. I want to say that my heart just is broken.
A mother and daughter hit and killed walking downtown after a concert in St. Louis last year. Friday, the man behind the wheel, Monty Henderson, sentenced by a judge to 21 years behind bars.
I don't feel any kind of way about the time because no time is enough.
This surveillance video shows a Jeep driving more than 70 miles per hour before hitting the women at 18th and Olive. Prosecutors say Henderson never hit the brakes, his blood alcohol level more than doubled the legal limit, and that the women had the right of way. Henderson's family took the stand, pleading for mercy.
My son is not a monster. He's not a young thug in a way that the media and prosecution is trying to portray him. It was truly an accident. He's currently in his third year of college. He was heartbroken and he cried. Many days he cried.
The defense asked for 8 years in prison, saying Henderson is a good person who made a terrible mistake.
I think that that's so important as far as this judgment goes.
Tears fell from Henderson's face as family testified, later apologizing directly to the victim's loved ones.
Seeing you all show up to every court date with their faces on your shirt breaks my heart, but it also let me know how much love they have and still have.
But for the family of Letty and Alyssa, no sentence could ever be enough.
The defense asking for 8 years in court was not only disrespectful, it was a slap in the face. And it showed the arrogance that legal team has and how comfortable they are in being able to stand in open court and ask for that. There's always going to be a bitter taste in our mouth when it comes to St. Louis.
Still, they hope their presence in court serves as a reminder of the lives lost.
Letitia and Alyssa were lights in so many people's lives. They brought love, laughter, and joy everywhere they went.
So Henderson's legal team tells us they are considering an appeal. Tonight at 10, we're hearing from St. Louis Circuit Attorney Gabe Gore. We asked him why a sentence the family considers to be so light for such a violent crime. We'll hear from him coming up at 10.
Oh, gosh, that's crazy right there. I'll be honest with you. If I was him, there's no such thing as, trying to get a lighter sentence. That's when you man up. If you really feel that way that you're saying, if you really feel that honorable way, that you feel bad about the people that you've taken out of here, eat that. Go do that time. Because there's no way that you humanly should feel any other way by taking less than what they're giving you. And yes, with that, we want to pray for the families that are affected by this, as well as the mother and daughter that lost their lives in this tragedy. I want to just say, Lord, I know that you have us covered as much as you possibly can, and you can't be there all the time, even though we try, and we hope that you are. But we pray and we hope that you continue to try to keep us secured, and we ask that today in Jesus' name, amen. Terrible, tragic situation. I hope the family can get through that. And it's not just about, it's just not just about one family. It's about now both sides of the family. Because look, his mother's hurt, but why were you driving that fast? There's so many questions that should have been asked. Why were you driving that fast? Because everybody's gonna say sorry after the fact. After the fact, when it's too late. Yeah, you sorry, because you jammed up now. Let's keep on going, y'all. We got to keep moving forward. The chat just went out on me. I'm going to go ahead and fix that. But I know how to freestyle, so I ain't got no problem with that. Now we got this other situation that I've been waiting for all day long. And I took that on him, baby. I've been waiting for this one for all day long. Do your boy a favor, double tap that screen to get those likes up, because we had a lot of people leave because they don't understand that we got it going on over here. We got about 400 people in the building, something like that, 600. I can't see it from over here, but I want more. I'm greedy. I want more people to come in here. So all I'm asking you guys to do is double tap the screen, because that gets the likes up and it sends up a notification for YouTube. People say, hey, what's going on over there? And more people come over, because I want as many people as possible to see this next video. Trust me, if you guys trust, let me just show it to you. I ain't even gonna talk no more. Let's go.
Prosecutors say a whistleblower who works here noticed something wasn't right, and that led to a widespread investigation. Look at each person facing the camera in each of these images. They are all the same person, according to prosecutors, who say the woman who posed as all of these different men and women did it for dangerous reasons.
Driving a massive truck through our streets where our children are playing. It is disturbing.
The Nassau District Attorney calls it a corruption ring at the DMV in Garden City. That's where, she says, 35-year-old Jamie Middleton took commercial driver's license, or CDL, written exams for 7 different people. Investigators say that each time she'd used...
Do y'all see this?
disguises, sunglasses, and surgical masks to look like a different person taking the exam.
For the right price, they'd allow anyone to get a CDL permit.
The DA said 3 workers at the DMV were in on it with Middleton, the test taker, including Middleton's sister, Kanesha, a supervisor at the DMV. This shows what happened, according to investigators. Workers would have on their computers a photo of the person who was supposed to take the test, but they'd let Middleton, who's clearly not the person on the computer screen, take it instead. She'd split a $1,500 to $3,000 payment for each bogus test with accomplices in the DMV, the DA said. One person Middleton allegedly took the written test for drove a truck based out of this sanitation facility in Hempstead. James Nurse, according to investigators, is the only person whose exam Middleton took who actually got a full license. Why?
Because every driver must take a road test.
And that, at least 2 would-be drivers, Omesh Mohan and Renee Sarwi, failed, say prosecutors. Everybody allegedly involved faces up to 7 years in prison if found guilty.
And that's federal prison right there, because that's a federal crime. Oh my God. Did y'all see the goatee with the Fu Manchu? And it's clear as day that wasn't her. We got a dude with a bald face. She coming in with a mask on with glasses and a scarf on her head. Oh my God, y'all gotta do your boy a favor for even researching and finding that video. I told you I wanted a whole bunch of people to see that because I knew it was gonna be funny. Double tap that screen. Please subscribe to the channel if you have not already subscribed. We would love to try to get up to 60,000 subscribers. We're working on that right now. Come on, become a member. Hit that notification bell down there if you like the content and gun it. And this way you know whenever we on. We gotta keep on moving forward, you guys. That was crazy. 7 different tests and let her do that. Oh man, we got this Real Housewives of Potomac. She's been charged with fraud. Yeah, y'all know how it is. Once you got the vanity and all of that, and all of a sudden now you can't keep on getting the money. Now you start to do all types of things to try to keep it together, but it don't always work.
Well, detectives in Carroll County say reality star Wendy Osefo concocted a story so far from reality that she's now facing a string of felony fraud charges. At her home in Finksburg today, there was no sign of the housewife, but her neighborhood was buzzing with the news as police accused Wendy Osefo of being a fraud.
It seems rather foolish, but I don't know what to believe.
Osefo is a cast member on The Real Housewives of Potomac, a reality show shot largely at her home in Finksburg. But last spring, while Osefo and her family were vacationing in Jamaica, robbers, she claimed, had broken into her home, stealing hundreds of thousands of dollars worth of jewelry, designer clothes, and luxury goods.
It was the worst thing. It's so unexpected.
If you plan on saying that something was stolen, don't take pictures with it afterward. Oh. Doom, doom, doom.
Shortly after the incident, Osefo discussed her loss in an online interview.
And when someone comes into your home, which is such a sacred space, and violates you in that way, you start questioning things.
But police are convinced her story of loss is nothing short of a lie. Wendy Osefo was arrested at her Finksburg home this week and charged with multiple counts of felony fraud.
She got locked up for trying to get over. Now let's keep on moving. I'm going to tell you why.
Her husband, Edward Osefo, was arrested and faces similar charges.
It became clear that the Osefos had fabricated the burglary and filed a false report in an attempt to fraud their insurance company.
Detectives say the couple had claimed $450,000 in losses to their insurance company, but detectives say several items which they claimed had been stolen had actually been returned to the store and refunded prior to the alleged break-in. They also found social media postings showing Osefo wearing the $20,000 diamond wedding band, which she earlier had reported stolen.
So you think they're not going to do no forensic analysis and ask you for your credit card information and probably run that to see if some of that stuff that you claim and that you said was stolen was not probably returned and you got all the money back for it?
And then there was the couple's conversations, which detectives say indicated they were scheming for the maximum return from their insurance claim.
Specifically, Edward's communication with Wendy, and I quote, "Are there additional high-value items we can add to this inventory list? I'm trying to get the total to exceed $423,000, which is our policy maximum."
Some folks may view insurance fraud as an innocuous crime since it only affects insurance companies. That's certainly not true.
Police say there was no sign of forced entry at the home, no sign of unusual activity on surveillance cameras, but all signs, they say, of a housewife with a story far from reality.
So I don't care if she's a real housewife, fake housewife, or whatever she is. We would have handled it the same way regardless of who she was.
Well, when detectives arrested Osefo yesterday at her home, they recovered a diamond wedding band, believed to be the same one she flashed on social media and then reported stolen last year. Jeff Abel, Fox 45 News.
What's that meme that comes on and goes, "You so dumb. How you so dumb?" Like, remember that guy? How you so dumb? You are dumb. You're just dumb. Oh man, let's keep on going.
Okay, Democrats, let's face it, they do not care about crime. In fact, it's all a big joke to them.
This is J.B. Pritzker reporting from war-torn Chicago. As you can see, there's utter mayhem and chaos on the ground. It's quite disturbing. The Milwaukee Brewers have come in to attack our Chicago Cubs. We've seen people being forced to eat hot dogs with ketchup on them. And our deep dish pizza, well, has gone shallow. So it's a challenge to survive here in the city of Chicago, but there's no hellscape that I'd rather...
He is not holding a mic or anything. This is like, we thought it was AI.
They're being.
5 people were killed, 25 hurt in Chicago shootings just last weekend. A child was found shot to death at a park on the south side on Wednesday, but that's how the governor's reacting. Nothing screams out of touch like a Democrat mocking his own constituents and the conditions they're living in. During that same show, Jimmy Kimmel tried to claim that Antifa is something that conservatives just made up.
There's no Antifa. This is an entirely imaginary organization. There is not an Antifa. This is no different than if they announced they rounded up a dozen Decepticons. We've captured the Chupacabra, everyone.
Here with me, rock legend, Kid Rock. Hey, Bobby, great to see you. Now, I know you're from Detroit, of course, which at one point was at the epicenter of the crime epidemic, but what's your thinking when you see Pritzker and others on the left who are just dismissing this issue that real people have to live with day in and day out?
Well, the first thing that comes to my mind is idiots. Straight up idiots. I mean, I don't think there's actually anything that President Trump could do that these people, when he said it, in that speech that he had, I don't know, it was like a State of the Union or something, where he's like, he could save one of these people's mother from a burning building, and they could care less. They wouldn't give him credit.
Got to keep on going, you guys. We got to keep on going. We stand on the same points, but we just got to keep on going. Oh my God. We got to get on over to these Clayton County jailers that have been arrested. They've been arrested. You ever wonder how you see inmates all dancing and chilling up in jail? That's because they have cell phones. And some of those cell phones spell big money for a correctional officer. You can get up to what, $3,000 for an iPhone if you're a CO and you're able to get it to one of those criminals. Check this out. You guys ain't gonna believe this one. This is crazy right here. We got these Clayton County jailers who have been locked up for bringing in contraband. And what else was they bringing in?
The Clayton County Sheriff says he has a zero-tolerance policy when it comes to bringing contraband into his jail, no matter who you are.
Sheriff Levon Allen has arrested 2 of his own corrections officers for allegedly smuggling drugs into the jail and an inmate for receiving the contraband. Fox 5's Angelique Proctor has the story.
The captain tells me contraband is a huge problem here at the Clayton County Jail. He says inmates will pay $1,500 for a cell phone charger or even $3,000 for a cell phone.
There's a stigma about law enforcement that there's a blue wall of silence and we protect our own.
The accused, Ashley Victoria Lewis Allen, and
hold on a minute, y'all. I promised myself I would stop at this video. At this photo, because there's a number of things going wrong with this picture right here. I see someone who possibly has the hopes of being a strong and a good valued person. You guys see why. You know, she wants to have it. She's got the spirituality, and we understand. But that does not mean that we probably didn't have a former twerker. Yeah, I gotta go there with it. Now I don't know how to twerk, and that's good that I don't, because y'all know what that means. You see these tattoos under her neck? You see that red hair right there looking like Rockin' Robin? That should have been a red flag for anybody as far as administratively that was considering giving her this job in the first place. I mean, you can't just try to say, hey, you got tattoos so you can't work here. I get it. But there's a couple of things that you got to look at and really try to piece together and sit a person down and say, is this a possibility this person here might go back to their old ways, trying to drop it like it's hot for some dough? Especially when you're talking about $1,500 for a charger and $3,000 for a cell phone. Just a little observation that I might be wrong about, you know.
and Canine
Anybody know Cherokee? Kind of looked like it to me.
Officer LaShawn Branch are correction officers who were sworn to uphold the law. But the captain says they broke it by smuggling drugs on their person to give to inmates.
It is tough because it's just a reminder that we still, after all the warnings from the sheriff, after warnings from other command, after officers being arrested, even in our roll calls, that people are still willing to put themselves at risk and other officers at risk, inmates at risk, to bring contraband into the jail.
The captain says the employees go through a metal detector, but hide the illegal substances on their person. It was actually employees watching surveillance cameras that noticed unusual activity.
We have a checkpoint, but the problem is if you put something completely on your person, it's difficult to find that in a checkpoint.
Because they basically don't want to search each other. That's like that blue wall of respect or whatever that they're trying to say. And a lot of people don't tell on the other officers because of the blue wall of what? Silence. Let's keep on moving forward, you guys, to Detroit. We got some updates on that McDonald's worker that was accused of murdering the manager in that East Point. She returns to court. Everybody in Detroit, where you at, Batty? Let's go ahead and get this information out, y'all. Let's go.
For the people, P74099. Christopher Urban, P1013 on behalf of the people.
Your Honor, Josh Jones appearing on behalf of Ms. Muhammad, who stands to my right. Ms. Muhammad, please stand and identify yourself.
Hi, I am Afeni Badu Muhammad.
Your Honor, if I can just have 1 second, I'm sorry. Your Honor, thank you. I just wanted to update her.
Very good. We're here for a review hearing. This matter was referred to the Forensic Center for competency. The court is in receipt of a report dated September 17th, 2025, and it's my understanding that both the defense and the prosecution stipulate to the September 17th, 2025 report, which opines that Ms. Muhammad is competent to stand trial. Is that correct on behalf of the people?
That's correct, Judge.
On behalf of the defendant?
Yes, Your Honor.
Very good. So this matter needs to be set for a preliminary examination. A date certain. We've picked November 14th at 8 a.m. for that hearing. My understanding, there's going to be 3, maybe 4 witnesses. Is that correct?
That's right, Judge.
So
Correct.
we should be able to conclude in one day.
Yes.
And I will set this matter for a motion date prior to that hearing. I know there's some preliminary matters that...
She's got a hearing coming up. They're going to have a few witnesses there, I guess, speaking on her behalf about what happened as far as like at the job, what was going on. Maybe they're going to speak and say, you know, they was arguing or whatever the case may be. Also, prior to that, you probably heard that they say she has been found competent in order to be able to stand trial. Because I did think that she was a little cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs. But yes, she went through the psychiatric evaluation, and both sides agreed that they want to move forward. So that means we might see a trial in this if she doesn't cop out. We got to get on over to this 18-year-old that was arrested for allegedly pistol whipping a child in Meredith. We're going to keep on moving forward, y'all. A lot of crazy news going on everywhere, but we try to keep it all covered.
There's a pistol whipping a child. Police tell us the 18-year-old suspect confronted the juvenile right on a public sidewalk, pulled out a ghost gun and struck the juvenile in the head with it. It's unclear what led up to the attack, where it happened. The suspect was eventually tracked down. The weapon was seized. He is now being held on a massive $1 million bond.
And that's why I always say it starts at home. Don't nobody in the community have nothing to do with stuff like that. Everybody tries to blame it. Oh, the community got to do this and the community has to do that. I do agree. Because when I was a child, what did they have? I was really glad they made the Children's Aid Society. Dum, 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 dum. I'm really glad they made the Children's Aid Society. They helped me with my homework when I'm stuck. You remember that, right? It really was a place that kids could go to. Sad part about it is there's nowhere really that they can go to now. And all it really was after school programs. I hope that's still going on because in reality, that's something that people have to realize. A lot of times kids don't really even want to go home. We don't know what their home life is like. It's not berries and cherries and apples and good times all the times at everyone's home. I had to realize that myself. You know, just because my mother loves me and I have a great home doesn't mean that everybody has the same experience. So that's what we have to understand as people. Everybody doesn't have the same experience as you. Well, I say this because, you know, the way that we bring our children up in the home is very important. And then, of course, the community is important for the support, giving them places to go, basketballs, certain things like that. But as far as disciplining your child, that's on you, straight up and down. Let's get on over to Greg Abbott when he talks about it. He has a message for this governor. Let's keep on moving forward, you guys. Get on over to Greg. I think he's talking about, here we go right here. This is the follow-up to that other story I wanted you guys to see.
Joining me now, Texas Governor Greg Abbott here in Dallas. Governor, it's great to see you. I'd like to share with the audience the truth, and you just turned to me, the truth is, and said, was that real, or was that...
The video of Pritzker where he was talking about Chicago and the crazy stuff. He can't even believe he's saying it.
That AI.
Did he really say that?
He really said that.
That's insane. And one thing that makes it insane, it shows how he really doesn't care about his own constituents. There are people being slaughtered on his own streets, people whose lives are endangered who are his constituents, as well as members of ICE and federal law enforcement whose lives are being endangered. And he's talking about hot dog food and the Milwaukee Brewers. No wonder he's a massive failure. No wonder. Did you see what Pete Hegseth said? He said that Pritzker needs to stop complaining and do some push-ups.
You can always count on the second.
You know what? I always got a joke about him. I always say the same thing. I don't know if you guys know who I'm talking about, but if anybody remembers Popeye, I look at Pritzker like he's wimpy. I will gladly pay you Tuesday for a burger you give me today. And yes, you guys, I don't know if this story is true. It could be AI generated. But I said to myself, how do we know if it's not? Because you never know. I want you guys to check this story out right here. Thank you so much, saying I'm the man. Ivan, I appreciate you. Give them a sense of pride to make it easier. That's my joint right there. I might actually do that song one day. I believe the children are our future. Teach them well and let them lead the way. Show them all the beauty they possess inside. That's my joint right there, boy. Woo! Let's get on into this right here, y'all. But check out what this little 3-year-old did. He didn't have a little sense of pride. He walked in the house with a grenade. That's right. A 3-year-old walks into the house carrying a live grenade. Check this out. I don't know if it's real.
Your sweet 3-year-old boy walks into the house carrying a live...
Matter of fact, I think it is because it's Inside Edition. Let's give them their props.
Grenade.
He's like, Mommy, Daddy, look what I found.
Jim Murray spoke to shocked parents Zane and Amanda Gilbert.
He was holding a live grenade. How does that make you feel as parents?
Terrified.
The family had just moved into a new house outside Seattle. They were in the garage and their son was playing on the front lawn when he found protruding from the grass what he thought was a toy like this.
I looked at it and I was like, oh, it looks like a toy novelty type grenade.
But as soon as she held it, she suspected the rusted grenade was real. She called the cops.
My 3-year-old son just brought me a grenade out of my yard.
Okay, don't touch it anymore.
When the sheriff got there, he instantly took 3 steps backwards and said, ma'am, please put that down. That's a live grenade.
And your son was holding it.
It's eaten us alive.
Here's their son, Damon, today. It could have ended in disaster. 2 weeks ago, we told you how these grieving parents lost their 12-year-old son, Asher Hurley, when a grenade suddenly went off in his bedroom.
Oh, we had to get the explosion, and he lost his limb. Thank you now. My God, hurry. Dear Jesus.
I knew he was dying.
Asher was playing with what was thought to be an inactive dummy grenade, but it was real. It had been gifted to his father, a World War II history buff. Explosive experts say old grenades can be unstable and extremely dangerous. As for this family who narrowly escaped disaster,
It could have ended so much worse.
Whew, yeah, that was a good
Creators,
story.
take the...
But I got to keep it 100 with you. The story that was blended into that story is definitely a story I want to pray for. And the family that lost their child to the other situation when that grenade actually went off and took the kid's life. It was a terrible, tragic situation. And you can see that they're really going through it, you guys. Just wanted you guys to see that. We pray for the souls of the people that were lost, as well as the families, and ask you today to watch over us as you always do, Lord. In Jesus' name, amen. Terrible right there, y'all. The first one was good, that the kid was able to bring it to her and nothing happened. And it just shows you, I'm sure that's why they showed us the prior clip of what it could have been, how it could have went down. Chicago, all I'm gonna say is, please pull up his or her pants. ICE agents, they ran into an SUV blocking their van after they arrested a Chicago employee. Now they're trying to lock this employee up. But Bugatti just trying to say, do me a favor. Can you pull up her pants or his pants? Because we don't need to see the moonshine right now. Let's go. ICE agents ram into SUV, blocking their van after arresting a WGN TV Chicago employee.
That's what you are, dude. You're a fascist. Hope you're proud of yourself. Hope your mom's proud of you.
Sir, what's your name? What's your name?
Debbie Brown.
Sir, what's your name? Then they come around and she says, Debbie Brown. Because, girl, you got a man butt.
I mean, I work for WGN. Let them know.
I got you. Yep. Debbie Browning? Brockman, WGN.
And that is the definition of assed out. She assed out right now. I'm talking when they say, oh, yo, you assed out right now, bro. You in trouble. Officially assed out. Do your boy a favor and double tap that screen if you appreciate the content that we source over here. And if you're getting good entertainment this Sunday morning, that's what we do at Our Bottom Line. Go ahead and subscribe to the channel, become a member, hit that notification bell, and let's get back on to a little bit more Blue Moon. She's got her ass out alone. He wants to cover it up.
Do you guys want to share your names too, or just...
You think anybody want to claim responsibility being next to somebody butt like that? No, get out of here.
It's going to cover your face.
Of course.
Couldn't cover your face a couple years ago. Okay, Mr. Condemnation. Oh my God.
This is ridiculous.
I'm gonna be honest with you. I don't even know how they got them pants back up. You see how they cut that clip, right? I'm like, yo, let me see what they do with this part. They cut that clip because I know probably both of them had to grab the belt loop. Or you grab the belt loop on the right side, you grab the one on the left side, and we're gonna pull the Hail Mary and hope that we can pull these pants up off of her.
Good job. I hope you're proud of yourself. Get the down. Fuck you.
Hopefully your wife and children make it home.
You see, they getting all types of crazy threats out there while they doing that. Hopefully, it's saying stuff like, hopefully their wife and kids make it home. Why do you think them people covering their face? They don't want to get doxxed and get chased around and messed up by y'all later on. Do your boy a favor. Please double tap that screen because now we got to get on over to this puppy. Blind is a bully. You guys like the bullies, the little pit bulls? Little dogs, the little bullies? I like them, but I don't like them better than XLs. I'm going to tell y'all that just like that. Nothing better to me than an XL bully. That's just my preference. But we got this blind bully who was so lonely until he met his brother. They're now cuddling buddies. Check this out, you guys. I know y'all gonna love this right here. Check it out.
When Alison saw this tiny bully in the laundry, her eyes filled with tears. What are you doing? She got a call from the rescue about a blind puppy that really needed a foster. Sadly, Levi had his ears cropped, which made him look a little bit meaner than he actually was. So nobody wanted to take him.
Hey, no.
Alison had no plans to get a dog and thought, it's just for 2 weeks until I find him a loving family. But the look in his eyes, she knew she had to give him a chance. What are you doing? At first, everything felt like a challenge. Levi would bump into things and do only circles around the house. So Alison got him a hula hoop to help him navigate the house safely.
Levi, come.
Each time Levi heard her cheer, he perked up more and more. She thought it'd take him months to adjust. After all, he can't see a thing. But in no time, he was zooming around like a little furry tornado.
Good boy.
Go, Levi, go. Since Alison constantly cared for him, Levi quickly saw her as his mom. So when the time came to say goodbye, she just couldn't let him go.
What are you doing?
Still, she couldn't be with him all the time. The moment Alison had to go to work, he turned into a sad little ball. Levi needed a buddy who could share his world.
Levi? What's wrong, baby?
So when she got a call about Jax, another blind pup, she said, let's give it a try.
Where's your head, Jax?
He taught little Jax how to use the water bowl. Now, whenever Levi is collar jingles, Jax races to his side.
Go!
Now Alison can't help but smile every time she sees them together. It's gonna be.
Yes, y'all, I had to do a little bit of editing on that one, but y'all get it. The reason I do those videos a lot is because, first of all, I love animals, and the second thing is the power of love. I've seen so many animals come from near-death experience in a person. It's always some white lady see that dog and be like, oh my God, I can save you. And the power of love just whoop, 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 whoop. And next thing you know, 6 months to 8 months later, they running around. I love it, y'all. And that fun and that. They don't care about no money. They don't care about nothing. You got my food? You got my water? They don't care about no money. How they care about money? They ain't got no pockets. That's why I always say it. I love dogs more than people. You know why? Because they ain't got no damn pockets. Straight up and down. They don't care about no money. All they care about is you. I've literally dressed my pit bull in outfits, and he just sit there like this. Like letting you do whatever they want to do with you. But you always think like, oh my God, that dog is so mean. It's not like that with those XLs, man. I'm telling you, dogs are beautiful, trust me. Now we're gonna keep on moving forward to this baby elephant. Baby, she's probably like four days old. She's hungry and small and trying to follow her mom around and get some grub. Check this out, you guys. Only 4 days old and real big. And she's trying to do the prrrr, but she can't. It's just like Godzuki. She's trying. 4 days old. See the pink behind the ears? You can tell it's young because it hasn't even got its full color in those other places. The mom is like fully gray because she's older, been around for a longer time. But if you look at the small cub, baby elephant, you see the pink behind the ears. Just like they say, boy, you still got Similac behind your ears. You still wet behind the ears. That's basically what they're basically trying to say. When certain animals are that small, you learn something every day. And you see that red back there when they don't get their full color, you're still young behind the ears. You don't even have no time on you. Y'all don't know what's going on. You still got more time to learn stuff. Don't look at it as a bad thing. Look at it as time to get more experience and more life on you. And if y'all want to do what? Y'all trying to make some money, 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 hit that link in the description and you can make up to $750 today on a survey. You guys will make some money and I'll make some money too. We always put surveys inside of the description so that you guys can do one of the surveys, see if you can make some money. Also, if you're trying to promote your business, you might be a mobile lawn doctor. You could be a, I don't know, what are you, a blacksmith? I don't know, maybe you can be, let's see what they do independently. Mobile car detailer, mobile barber. I don't know what you do. Don't even have to necessarily be mobile all the time. Maybe you're a real estate agent trying to get your business out there. What you want to do is if you're trying to promote on our platform, because we do this for members as well as subscribers, we don't charge nothing for it. Send over your promos in a 1080 by 1080 size. Make sure it's a promo inside of a 1080 by 1080 because that is what YouTube requires, and we will put it up in our post notification area to share the love, share the share the demo with everybody that's basically here, and we can all share the platform. This is our bottom line, not Bugatti's bottom line. Myself as well as the chat. This is how we do it, and that's how we run it every day. And yes, we had a fantastic time yesterday, you guys. Myself, Casey, DJ Don Dada. We went live at the Throgs Neck Superstore at 815 Throgs Neck, and we had a really good time playing some music, had our sip on with the big drip. We didn't get anybody that came through yesterday for the talent show, which is cool. And I tell you guys, we can't lock the borough in until we actually have a winner. So we're gonna keep on moving forward. We're gonna go back up to the Throgs Neck Superstore, or we're gonna go to another Bronx location. We might go to the 161st location by the Yankee Stadium because we heard that that was popping over there since we already gave Throgs Neck two shots. But we did sell out. There's no product left. They gotta order more. So one thing didn't go, but they don't got no big drip left. So now they get more on Monday. So all of you guys that want to taste that big drip in the Bronx, Monday you'll be able to go back to the Throgs Neck Superstore and pick up that big drip. After this, we're going to be headed over to, I think we headed over to Brooklyn, Bed-Stuy, and then we're going to be going over to Stapleton. We going to Staten Island, y'all. Wu-Tang Clan ain't nothing to up with. We going over to Stapleton, and we're going to be doing a Show Your Talent show over there. Going to do much more promo, and we hope that many more people come out. It's more than one thing and more reason why we do those promos. We do it for the promo, we do it for the brand, as well as do it to have a location for all of you to come out and hang out with me. Like I said, Casey came through yesterday, had a fantastic time. We sipped on some big drip, and we just chilled out and did what we had to do. And you guys, y'all know what today is, right? It's Purple Sunday. It's Purple Sunday, y'all. It's Purple Sunday. It's Purple Sunday, y'all. Made it, ma. Top of the world. I want to send out some shout outs to people, let you guys know that we care about you. We want to pray for Mark Dorfman up in the building. Pray for my brother Casey, always coming through and showing love. Polly, we want to pray for you as well because we already know you come through. I know who you are. You show mad love too. Who else we got up in the building? Mark Dorfman. We got Raymond Lawson in the building that we would like to pray for. Mookie. Jeff Spilker. How you doing, Jeff? Ain't hear from you in a while. I hope you're doing good. We was just talking about you yesterday. We praying for you too, brother. Cat Dad, love you, bro. Hope everything is going good. We want to make sure that we give everybody the proper love, and we pray that God covers every single one of the people in this chat, as well as every one of your family members. Rudy, Liberty and Justice. Diggity Diggs, how you doing? Prayers up for you guys. God bless you. And with that being said, thank you, Lord. In Jesus' name, amen. Y'all know what it is. Y'all could have went anywhere. But the fact of the matter that you came in and chill with me today on Purple Sunday, I appreciate you, y'all. And y'all know what it is, right? Until Monday, my favorite day of the week, y'all know what I'm going to say, right? Y'all could have went anywhere. But the fact of the matter that you came in and chill with me, I appreciate you. So until tomorrow, y'all know what it is. Get 'em! Peace. One.